Hey, what's up guys, Chris here, and this video is going to be talking about SkillsUSA, the National Honor Society, and my pre-engineering class. So, I'm going to go in that order when talking about it. So, for SkillsUSA, on the 14th and 15th of this month, April, I went with 4 others, and the rest of the people going to the competition, to our state quiz bowl competition. And just some background information, we had won the local competition, and so we were going to the state competition. Well, we didn't win. We got nowhere near winning, and rather than being upset about that, that gives me a chance to see, hey, I have a lot more to learn. So, but the interesting thing was, we were by far not the worst. There was tons of teams that got into the negative points. We actually got 0 points, and part of that is because, well, we didn't know the answers to some of them, but the questions we did know the answers to, they had such a tiny button. When we tried to reach for it, someone had already gotten to it before us. So, oh well, it's not that big of a deal to us. We know what to expect next year, and we'll definitely be more prepared, I would say. But going on the trip, there was a lot more than just the competition. We got to talk to someone in the Army, and that was fun. They were 25 years old, so they weren't that much older than us. And we had a long conversation with them, and then they told us about this one place where they had a rock climbing wall and all these other things. So when we went there, we actually got these dog tag things made, and it's not the same material that they use for actual dog tags in the military, but it's still something. So I'm trying to cover up my name here so you can't see that, but if you see it, it has skills. It says SkillsUSA. You can't kind of see that because of the shadow. And then U.S. Army 2015, and then I had them put Agent Gibbs because that's like a nickname that I have with the rest of my friends at my school. And then here's a book thing. It's just like, I don't even know what all, it has a lot in there. It like had the schedule and all this other information. It's this SkillsUSA Ohio 63rd Annual SkillsUSA Ohio Championships book. So, yeah, the whole trip was a lot of fun. And another thing which was super amazing, we went to Dave & Buster's that day after the competition. That would be on Tuesday. We ate dinner there, and I decided to go ahead and get just a $10 game card to play some games with my friends. Well, while we were there, this random guy came up and gave one of my friends this card, and he said that it allowed for free gameplay for games that didn't give tickets. And then, so my friend was like, yeah, sure, like that. He put it in, and it was true, and he could play any game for free that didn't give tickets. And then it also said that it had like $60 on there. And then the guy comes back and gives another one of my friends a card that had $40 on it and did the same thing. And then he gave me one, and I have the cards here. Here's the one that I bought that only has $10 on it, and then this is the one that he gave that has $40 on it. And this is just some random guy that gave it to us, so we were having a lot of fun playing a lot more games, and we're planning to go back. And I didn't want to spend too much money on that because I want to save my money to be able to help other people with it. But that was amazing that the guy, instead of just like throwing away the cards or something, he gave it to us to enjoy ourselves there. So that was really awesome. Now, moving to the National Honor Society. If you looked on Facebook, you might have seen that I said that I was inducted into it, and I believe I've said it in previous videos. But literally, right when I got back from the competition, the day after, that would be on the 16th, I was inducted into the National Honor Society. And I'll read a short letter that the superintendent of my school sent out, I'm assuming to all of the recent inductees. And it's really an honor to have done that, and, you know, praise God. actually in the induction ceremony, they referenced God 3 times, and one of those times was in the Pledge of Allegiance, but the 2 other times they just talked about God's blessing and that kind of thing, which was really cool. I go to a public school, so you don't really hear that often. Now, the letter says, "Dear Christopher," and I'm going to, for where it says my school name, I'm going to just say school name because of privacy issues. I just want to keep that private. So, "Dear Christopher, on behalf of the school's Board of Education, I would like to commend you for your recent induction into the school name chapter of the National Honor Society. This is a tremendous achievement and honor. Many people equate NHS with achieving a certain grade point average, but it is so much more. Candidates must also excel in leadership, in character, and in service to school and community. Members of the selection committee take their responsibility very seriously and look critically at each of these areas before selecting a student for induction. You are among the elite of school name and exhibit the qualities and characteristics we hope all students can develop while attending here. You and your family should be very proud of your personal accomplishment. You are truly a source of pride for school name. Sincerely," then his name, and then superintendent. So, that's super awesome. I am so glad. I'm so honored, and, everything I do in school, I do it as doing it for God himself. Instead of doing my homework assignments to turn into the teacher, I'm doing my homework assignments as if I'm doing it specifically for God, for his glory. And, that goes for everything that I do in my life. So, after the induction ceremony, my school contacted the career center I go to allow me to miss the day without it counting against me. So for the rest of the day after the induction ceremony, we ate at this really great restaurant. It was La Piazza, I think it was called. I'm pretty sure. They had really great food, and then after that, we went to Cold Stone Creamery, I think. They had amazing ice cream. And the cool thing was, I'm pretty sure they had Christian music playing. I heard a few Christian songs while we were in there. So that was a nice thing. So, yeah, I'm just saying, it was amazing. This past week has been really awesome. Now, other than that, while I was on the trip, I was texting one of my friends too. After the induction ceremony, I was texting one of my friends that was still in school, and then I got a text that this spaghetti dinner kind of thing at the career center was happening after school that day for the incoming students who will be joining us next year. That's what an incoming student is. And I was thinking, man, I want to help with that. And I remember last year when I came to that, when I was an incoming student, there was a couple already current students that were talking. So I was thinking that would be cool. And since I'm a local SkillsUSA officer, I thought that's kind of my duty also. So I texted my instructor, which yes, I do have my instructor's cell phone number. She had given us that because not only is she our instructor, but our advisor for that, and that's how we're going to be communicating outside of school during the summer also for important things. And that goes for the rest of the other officers, and that's like 7, I think. So yeah, I contacted her and was like, hey, can I join? And she was saying that, yeah, she usually has a student, but no one had asked yet, and she thought that would be great. And so yeah, I came there. I got there a little bit early, so we were sitting there joking about what happened that day, and then previous years that she's been there, we were joking, and we were just having a good time. Then she went and ate with the parents and students, and then they came back to the classroom, and we talked to them about what all they can expect, and I actually learned some things that she was saying. Like, we were getting really great desktops for next year, which is amazing, because right now we have laptops, but they can't always, they're not always good enough to handle the programs that we use. So it's really great that we're getting the desktops, and it's really expensive desktop computers, because then they can actually handle those things. So while we're in class, we can not only have our laptop, but we'll have that to work with. And she was talking about these other things that we might be doing next year, and I thought it was awesome. Now, the couple of incoming students that I met seemed pretty cool, and I'm super excited to see who is going to be coming next. Now, on Monday of this next week, I will be learning how to operate the equipment and stuff inside of the lecture hall to have meetings and stuff with the whole student body, so that will be pretty cool. And so I'll keep you guys updated on the pre-engineering stuff, because, well, pre-engineering is awesome, engineering is awesome, and that class is amazing with the stuff we're doing. Right now I have a project where I'm building a bridge, and I'm not all too excited about architecture. I'm more into the mechanical engineering and coding sort of things. Architecture, I like it, but I'm not all too crazy about it. So I'm not putting in the full effort, I guess, that I could for this bridge. So I'm probably not going to make a video on it, because there's not really much to show with it. But I'll take a picture of it definitely and post that on the Facebook page, and it would go on Twitter also. So that's all I had to say for this, I think. Let me check my list. Yeah, that's all I had, so I hope this wasn't too long. If you guys stuck around, that's awesome. I'm trying to make these videos shorter, but that can't always happen. So anyways, have an awesome day, and God bless you.